Gary here from MrG Shave, straight shave number 41. So yeah, what am I going to use today? I hope your week's been great so far, and again we're on the homeward journey to the weekend. Hardware wise, I'm using Phoenix Shaving Phoenix Amber Aerolite. There you go. One of my favourite brushes, I must admit. I do like this brush. The bowl that I'm using today is my hand-hammered copper bowl, which may possibly need a bit of a polish. But I quite like the, patina effect. And then the razor is a razor that I was looking for a particular razor that's a favourite of Matty Lindholm, and I couldn't find it, and that was the CV Heljestrand MK05. But I found something that looked really similar, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to check this out. And then I sent the details to Matty to get him to look at it, and he said this is a very rare razor, and it is the CV Heljestrand MK05. Let's put my glasses on so I can see what I'm showing you. So yeah, it's the CV Heljestrand MK05, just to show you, and it's got the thumb notch in it there with jimps in the thumb notch. Jimps being these, I'll show you, being these lines, so it's easier to grip. And there's the CV Heljestrand there, so you can see that. Yeah, so he said this is a very rare razor, and that I should get it. So I did. I bought it. I had to get it shipped over here from Japan. So that's the hardware. I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to get myself ready for the shave, get the lather ready, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, ready for the shave, all lathered up in the bowl. Just take this out of here. Need to add some more hydration to the face, because while I was lathering, my face dried out. So there we are. Right, so the pre-shave today is Proraso Red. So I'm just going to put my hand over there so it doesn't blow the label out. So that's the Proraso Red, which is sandalwood, and I think it kind of goes with the soap that I'm using today, and not that I'm sure it's got sandalwood in it. And in fact, I meant to look up the scent notes for the soap. I'll put it up there later. But yeah, so put some pre-shave in my hands. Just rub it over the face. Do you need pre-shave? Not really. I haven't had a soap that hasn't got enough slickness in it already to handle a shave. I use pre-shave all the time because I love shaving and I love the whole process. But actually, most soaps are plenty slick enough without pre-shave to do the job. But yeah, I just love it. I love the mixture of scents and combining things together. Right, soap today, Vespers. So there it is. I've noticed lately that as it's got darker outside, everything's blowing out in here in terms of the actual exposure when it's on auto exposure. But there you go, that's the Vespers, Barrister Mann Vespers. It's got a stunning scent, good strong scent. I would easily say this is a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Fantastic. And I just take a dollop out of there. Prior to this, I think I've been lathering on the puck like I did with the last soap, I think. But I'm using bowl, so I use in fact it's still got some soap on it. Rub that into the face. Don't want to waste any. Let's just give that a clean off. I use this to get the soap. It's basically a mini shovel. that I got off Amazon for about £1 or £2, something like that. It wasn't expensive, but I love it because you can just take a little bit of soap out, scoop a little bit of soap out of a hard puck and lather it in the bowl. So yeah, that's Vespers Barrister Mann, and it's already lathered and ready for the off. So let's go for that. Get our first taste of this. Oh, this is stunning. As I said, I'll put the scent notes and prices and all the breakdown up here now. Wow. I haven't used this soap in quite a while. I've had it for a long time. Was this another one of those soaps from... No, I think I bought this one myself. I thought it might have been one that my daughter bought me when she was in New York, those years ago. But this is absolutely stunning, this soap. Look at the lather, it's really luxurious. Barrister Mann products, yes, they're a bit more pricey than, say, Sterling or some other soap commander, as I heard Randy from Henson Razor Lovers and More channel. I mentioned him last time. But yeah, I have to say, this is a beautiful soap. Absolutely beautiful. And well worth the investment, in my opinion. Something came up on a Facebook group that I want to discuss briefly today. I'm not going to touch on it too much because I think it just puts a sour taste in a lot of people's minds or in mouths or whatever. A comment was made on one of the Facebook groups that I'm involved with that it's the responsibility of the YouTuber to declare any freebies, which that's perfectly correct. But it was the way it was said. It was basically saying that most YouTubers get freebies, and we have a responsibility to give our fair and balanced opinion of the product that we're reviewing. Well, I would suggest to that person that they actually start up their own channel and see how many people offer them freebies. I've only ever been given one freebie or a gift, which was from Signature Soaps, which I declared as soon as I got it. And he was just saying thank you for all my previous reviews, and he was happy for me to be completely open and honest and give a balanced review on any of the freebies that he sent me, which were very generous. I mean, he sent me some aftershave splashes that matched some soaps that I'd ordered, and then he sent me some new soaps as well, a travel tub of soap and a full tub of another soap that I'd not ordered, including splashes. So I mean, that was very generous, and I thanked him for that. But I did say to him, these will be reviewed honestly. But that's the only time I've ever had a freebie. And Brian was excellent, you know, no problem at all. Give my honest opinion. He wanted the feedback, so that's what I did. So as I say, but to be honest with you, very few of us, the YouTube reviewers like myself, don't do it for freebies. And that was within the comment that he made. You know, you shouldn't be doing it for freebies. You should be doing it, you know, to give an honest opinion, sort of thing. And it's our responsibility. I agree, it's our responsibility to give an honest review, an unbiased and honest review. But we don't get freebies, and we don't do it for freebies. We do it because we enjoy it, and we want to share it with all of our viewers and anybody who wants to watch and is interested in going into traditional wet shaving. So that's my rant over. But as I say, I can assure you 99.9% of the YouTube reviewers buy their own product, so they don't get them free. And if you don't believe us, start your own channel and see how many freebies you get. Right, anyway, so let's go with it. So this is the CV Heljestrand MK05. Apparently a very rare razor. I'm not an expert on CV Heljestrand, but Matty Lindholm is. So I had to get this shipped from Japan, and I'm really looking forward to using this. I had to send it off to John June to get an edge on it, so it's got John's edge on. And here we go with the first pass. And it was another funny discussion in a messaging group that I'm involved with about somebody's gone on, I think it's Facebook, and said, you know, there's a lot of us on here that are describing the angle incorrectly on how to shave with a straight razor. First and foremost, you find your own angle, but he felt that it was 30 degrees. I've never worked 30 degrees. I can't see those sorts of measurements or work those angles out with my eyes. All I do is I say twice the width of the spine, approximately, and then just try and then find the angle, and you'll learn it through muscle memory. I mean, I haven't got one of these, these angle finders or that would work out what angle. I'm using. I mean, even with a DE razor, I only tell everybody about 30 degrees because that's what I've been told, it's what I've learned. I don't know whether every razor I use, in fact I know that, you know, not every razor I use is at 30 degrees, and even those that are at 30 degrees, again, I can't see that angle. I don't know whether that's 30 degrees or 25 or 35 or, you know, I just know it's shallower, steeper, in average, whatever. So yeah, I advise you the way that I find and the way that I've learned, and you just find your angle. You know when it's cutting. It's an instinctual feeling, and you can hear it. But at the end of the day, any review that I give, for instance, this Barrister Mann Vespers, which I think is stunning, is got some great slickness here, even on the first pass. But any review I give is my personal opinion. You may find a completely different experience to the one that I have. So you have to bear that in mind. If you go off and buy something based on a review that I've done, or any other YouTuber has done, you can't always have the expectation that you're going to have exactly the same experience as a YouTuber has. I wouldn't have thought it'd be far off, but you may not like it. Whereas the YouTuber does, and the YouTuber gives a good and honest review saying this is great, like Vespers, love it, absolutely love it. But you might not. You might not. So I think there's a I don't know, what's the word, misconception, is it? That we as YouTubers and, you know, YouTube influencers, shall we call it, get loads of freebies. We don't. We do it because we enjoy it, and we do it because we want to spread the word. So I think that was a very unfair comment that person made. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that because that's just boring. Right, here we go. This is stunning. The razor is stunning. It's cutting really well, but I expect that with a John June edge on it. It feels great in the hand. It's a really nice razor. Ooh, nearly got my eye. Don't want to be doing that. I've done that a few times, haven't I? Oh, I'm loving this, absolutely loving this. Stunning scent. I would say it's very masculine scent. So I'm going to go across the grain on this side, is straight up. Might have just chopped a bit of my beard off. You never know, we're on our way to our 1,000 subscribers. So when I get there, the beard's coming off, or the goatee. That's a promise I've made a few times now, so I will definitely stand by it, no excuses. I've been nervous as hell because I haven't seen the whole of my face for years. That's great. Right, I'm just gonna get that lather off my face cloth. And go in for the, oh, I haven't done the cross the grain pass on the ones I've only done half. Right, here we go. I've started doing the across the grain like this. As a few of you have noticed, and it's much more comfortable than the way I was doing it before, where I think I was sort of holding it like this and trying to go across, and it just didn't feel right at all. This is much better doing it this way. Need some alum. Fingers slipping. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, I haven't done under my neck. I'm forgetting everything today, it's too early. So yeah, busy day, that's why I'm doing the shave. Normally I do my shaves around lunchtime and then I upload in the afternoon. But I've had to do this one in the morning because I've got to take my mother to hospital for an afternoon appointment for her eyes. She had some, oh God, she's had new lenses. I've forgotten what that's called, cataracts. She had cataracts and she's had new lenses put in. And one of them is clouded over, so she's going in to see the consultant who's going to do something, I think, today. It's either that or it's a consultation, but I mean she's already had 2 or 3 consultations, so I'm assuming they're going to use, I think they're using a laser today to try and clear up the cloudy lens. Oh, absolutely, I'm loving, oh look at this. Getting it everywhere. Perfect, perfect consistency for a straight razor shave. It's good for DE as well, but usually with DE I go with a slightly thicker lather. And I've got loads of lather left. I used 12 sprays to lather this one. 12 sprays, so that's 8 teaspoons. Is it 8? No, it's not. No, I used 8 teaspoons, so that's actually 16 sprays I used on this. 4 sets of 4. So it was 8 teaspoons of water to get this to this consistency. If I was using a DE razor, I'd go with 6. Be fine. But I don't know whether you can see the sheen on it, but it's there. Believe me. Right, let's go with against the grain. On this side looks like it's across, but for me it's against. That feels great. That edge, John, if you're watching, superb. Absolutely superb. I enjoy all my shaves, but there are a few, I mean this one I've been looking forward to for quite a while, because I've been waiting for this razor to come from Japan for a while, and then I had to send it off to John, and then it took longer than expected. I'm not going to go into details about that, but it took longer than expected to get here, and I was like, oh, I want to use this. So the razor I used last week, the straight razor I used last week, the Bengal, was sent off at the same time as this to John for honing. Oh, this is great. Really smooth. Might have cut this off there. I think I did. I'm applying too much pressure. It's a habit I've got to get out of. I keep doing it. It's only a slight nick. But there wasn't a bump there. So I think it was a nick. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Right, let's feel around the face. That's BBS on the cheeks. A little bit there where I've got to go in that direction, and again the same up here. Very little here. I could leave that, but I'm not going to. And excuse the blood, but yeah, those spots are always very difficult, and I'm probably not going to go over that one because I've already cut it once, so but I am thoroughly enjoying this shave, as you can already tell. But I enjoy all my shaves, but this one I was really looking forward to, especially after, because I was looking for the CV Heljestrand MK05, because that's Matty Lindholm's favourite razor, straight razor. And I couldn't find one. I really couldn't find one. I'd been searching for months and months, and then I saw this one which looked really similar, because I was looking for that with anything with a thumb grip that looks like Matty's. Anyway, I sent him a link to this, and he was like, wow, that's a rare CV Heljestrand razor, certainly in its condition. That's good enough. So yeah, I jumped at it. I think if I hadn't gone for it, Matty would have bought it. alum. And that is the end of that, unless I find any more pickups, but I don't think I will. This feels like it's been a successful shave. Yep. As I've said before, that's as close as I'm going to get it. Occasionally, sometimes, maybe this time, I don't know, I just use I'm swearing now, a Gillette Mach 3 just to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Just to catch those bits. And the only reason I use the Mac instead of a DE is the Mac is just preloaded. It's got the cartridge, the blades are in, and I don't care about it. Otherwise, if I used one of my DEs, I'd have to clean it up after I'd used it. So, but that's it. Talking about cleaning up, that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'll be right back for the post shave. Right, I'm back for the post shave. Cold rinse. Oh. I notice that this water is definitely getting colder. We've had our first frost. I mean, I know many of you had your first foot of snow, but we've had our first frost that I've noticed anyway. And recently, we didn't have one this morning. It's quite mild last night, I felt. But I do think the water seems to be cooler. So let's use the alum. Get some more, a little bit of moisture on the face for the alum. And let's see how we've got on. I know I've nicked myself a few times. This is about a 1 out of 10 on my face, on my cheek. Yeah, this is a 2 or 3 out of 10 under the jawline. The beard growth under the jawline is thicker and grows in all sorts of directions, especially where I had my operation to fuse the vertebrae in my neck many years ago. But yeah, so the hair grows, it's star-shaped from there, and it's just about the area where I'm pointing to now, and it's one of my real problem areas. So and there we are. Right, let's dry that off. That's about, I would say, an average of 2 out of 10, maybe 3 out of 10 all over. Certainly more sting down here, which I expect, you know, because as I say, it's that area of your neck, A, is more sensitive, I think, and B, the beard thickness is thicker down here than it is up on the cheeks. That's how it grows for me anyway. Whether it's you have a different beard growth, that's quite possible. That's great. Right, sting stopped, so let's wipe that off. I can still smell the scent of that soap. I'm half tempted not to use aftershave. Oh, that feels so great. Ice cold. Face towel. Just soothes it all down. Right, my usual. Boots, tea tree and witch hazel. Love the stuff. I have got Thayer's. I think I've got Thayer's lemon or citrus or whatever. Oh, that's so nice. Not much of a burn from this at all. And I've got one Humphreys, but that's about it. The Boots is the one that is my go-to witch hazel. And again, you don't really need to use the witch hazel if you don't want to, but I tell you what, it helps. It really does help, and it's got a lovely scent to it. So the aftershave, Jovan Musk. Haven't used this in a while, and I do like this. This is really nice stuff. There's no restrictor in the end of this, so you've got to be careful. This is like the Brute in the glass bottle. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Oh. Every stage of the shave is a pleasure. And every stage of the shave has different sort of areas that make it pleasurable. Just the experience of the overall shave, and then finishing it off with a really nice aftershave. I've used this recently, I think, L'Oreal Men Expert Barber Club Reinforcing Aftershave Balm, and it's Cedarwood. I think it's Cedarwood and, let's have a look. No, just Cedarwood essential oil. So, just put a bit of that on my hand. Rub that into the face. And this is a really good aftershave balm. Leaves you a great, skin feel after the shave. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of my rant and shave today. So sorry if I've gone on a bit too much about those comments on Facebook, but really, the only way you're going to know what it's really like to do these, and I'm not saying this is no chore. I love doing this, but the only way, before you start throwing accusations at different YouTubers about they're only doing it because of the freebies, I suggest you start your own channel and see how many freebies you get, because I probably get, in general, I get the freebies that everybody else gets when they place an order with a vendor or a manufacturer. No more. So I get no special treatment, and I don't want it. So, right, anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you now on Wednesday for my head shave. I've got straights on my mind at the moment. For my head shave, it's bye-bye from me, and bye-bye from the CV Heljestrand MK05. So, which I think is a 6/8. I'm pretty sure it is. So, I'll see you on Friday for the head shave. Bye now.